Hey RATBAGGERS, it's Jade with the latest news about where the heck is the Grounded update. Literally weeks ago now I showed you guys big changes were coming to New Game Plus as well as the Playgrounds mode. They're effectively boosting a lot of the raw science and helping with balance changes. They're also adding a bunch more customization to the Playgrounds mode where you can now customize all the bugs, make them different sizes, not just the stuff versions but any bug literally tiny or super big, and individually edit all of the weapons to make them all different types of strength as well as different elemental types. There's a bunch more and I did cover this in the patch notes when it released, but it's only been on the public test branch, which you can only access if you're on the Xbox Insider Hub, which you can look up on the Xbox Store. It's where you get to test certain updates for games like Sea of Thieves sometimes in the past, or most common Minecraft betas. And on PC you can activate it by going into your betas and choosing the right one. PlayStation and Switch though, there's no actual program for this. It wasn't really needed because Grounded obviously only came out on them platforms last year. And by then, Grounded had kind of dried up with updates. So what's the point in having testing for these platforms if the game might only get 1 or 2 minor updates in a year? But I know some of you guys are really looking forward to it. You might have seen videos from all the Grounded creators, including me, showing some of this stuff off, but there's still no update. Normally these test servers are usually live for about a week, sometimes 2 weeks, and then they go live for everyone. Because of the way that now Grounded is on other platforms, it does take maybe a bit longer, but this still has been a long time. Options is one of the Grounded developers. On Discord, he said this a few days ago, quick update on 1.4.7. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we are pushing back the 1.4.7 release date. We are now combining what would be the 1.47 patch and 1.47.1 patch into one patch. What this means for you, increased delay. This patch is not done yet, but we're close to resubmission for certification. The hotfix will bring new quality life features, balancing and more bug fixes that were separate from the PTB based on user feedback and reports. We heard you, we just can't confirm until it's out in the wild. The PTB will remain live until 1.4.7 launches, but they won't be actually putting any more of these new fixes onto it in the meantime. It's very strange for sure. Maybe they just want to make sure it's all locked in. If they add some more changes to the PTB, which can normally be pushed out on Xbox and Steam maybe a bit quicker, then that might cause problems if they've got to wait for another minor update for Switch and PlayStation down the road. So it does make sense to maybe not upset the apple cart, just push the update out for everyone. If there are any tiny little issues, well, at least they've resolved the main chunk of them, which is about the editing of items, bugs, and the improvements to getting more raw science and stuff in New Game Plus. But bottom line, it's not going to be a while. It could be another 2-3 weeks maybe. Recertification can take anywhere up to a week to 2 weeks sometimes. For a patch like this though, I would say it's still relatively a small patch. It's doing a lot of balance changes, so that normally doesn't require like a huge amount of certification. Certification is when it goes through Xbox and PlayStation, not to mention obviously Switch as well, and any major issues then they will fail and it has to be fixed before it goes live. Now we're not talking about bugs. If you see something like, I don't know, a bug crawling but not actually using its walking animation, that's not what the certification is for. Certification is normally a bit more about everything's okay, that everything works correctly, like multiplayer is functional. Loading into maybe Playgrounds is functional. If a game's got stores or DLC stuff that when you click on it, it will actually take you to the place it's meant to. Languages and stuff, if you promise the game's got Dutch, then it has to have the Dutch with all the new stuff added as well. It's basically like a checklist of things. PlayStation and Xbox aren't there to go ahead and check for bugs. Only ones that would stop you playing the game completely or being able to enjoy the benefits that are listed on the store. So yeah, I guess they are just making sure the patches are good, and it means good. There'll be some stuff that I can cover new in the big patch when it arrives. Now I've been basically waiting for an opportunity to start showing you guys my brand new Game Plus 2 run. I've been using the PTB version, taking advantage of the changes, and finally returning to it after literally nearly 9 months, 10 months. So I'm going to put this out for my members right now while I record some more episodes, and they'll get them early. But hopefully this will come out, I think next week I'm going to start releasing it, even if the update's not ready. And before I go though, I do want to say a big shout out and thank you. I recently hit 50,000 subscribers on this channel. It's my second channel. I thought it was such a big deal to get 50k back on my older main channel a good few years ago now. And I'm nearly close to 200k subs on that one. And that's where I cover more mature survival games. Sometimes RPGs and stuff like that. But getting this channel, based on a lot of you guys, your support over the last few years has been amazing. It's died off a bit now because I just simply haven't been carrying on doing lots of Grounded content, but I'll always be here for Grounded. I'm always going to come back with something. It just might be a bit of a while till I find some inspiration or some reason to return. But just give you an idea of how important Grounded is. My analytics allow me to go ahead and check which games give me the most views and subs, as long as I group them in the right way. You can only add 500 videos though to these groups, and I've done well over like 1,000 on Grounded in that time. But if I went ahead and subtracted all of the views and the subs that I got from the other games that I've covered that have been relatively successful, like 1 million views on Power World, 1.3 million views on Core Keeper, Small Land and Lego Fortnite. These are the big games I've covered while I've covered Grounded. There's about 40 to 42,000 Grounded fans that have subscribed to my channel. I've got about 21 million views on this channel alone out of about 27, and take that with my other views on the older channel, it's coming up close to 30 million. And hopefully I've delivered all the news, all the guides that you've needed over the years. Grounded's an amazing game. It's been absolutely game changing for me over the last 5 years. I did cover it at first on my older channel, and then I switched over because I was sick of kind of the Grounded videos getting lost because I was covering so many other games. And with this one, I've tried to maintain and give you guys more Grounded whenever I can. When Grounded 2 does release, which it will, I'm telling you now, I'll be there from day one hyping it up as always. And if you've got any ideas about what you'd like to see me do in Grounded, I've done 100 days videos, I've done lots of showcases, I've done lots of guides of course. But is there anything you'd like to see more? Then let me know in the comment section. But honestly, genuinely, thank you so much. When things have been hyped, when we've had updates, the 1.0 launch and stuff, you guys will really comment a lot and just really bigging up the content. Grounded community as a whole is one of the best going. There's so many great creators in it. Shout out to Mudders Chudders, CD Dinky and Paralyzer, as well as people like I'm Cade as well. And the Twitch fam as well. TPG, Karate Mouse and a bunch of others. Lots of these people have been pretty welcoming. And even the Discord. I've spent more time in the Grounded Discord than any of the other 99 Discords I'm in. I'm even in the top 50 most chatters in the actual Discord. And as far as I know, the only YouTuber in the top 50. And a big shout out to the moderation team as well. I'll give them a bit of trouble over the years, but they have actually been really good in terms of just helping people and helping me. And of course the devs of Grounded. Obviously the number one thing I will be thanking. Finding a game that you really actually enjoy playing is actually tougher than you think to make content on all the time. And even after 5 years of Grounded across 2 channels, I really still am not sick of it. Honestly, some of the best dev team going, especially when you compare it to so many of the other games I've covered over the years. So yeah, in short, I know I waffled on there, but I just want to say thank you. And yeah, I'm going to carry on with some Grounded content. Sometimes it might be a bit of a gap. I might go big on some other games, but I'll always be here to return to Grounded in some way when I've got inspiration, ideas, or updates. So do let me know what you'd like to see me do a bit more of in Grounded. As soon as the update drops for everyone, I'll be there first to let you guys know as always. Until then, I'll see you at Bags later.